The Lord be with you. For our time of self-reflection, as we begin this Advent season, we look at Advent and our backstory, or our prequel, if you will. So the season of Advent, the word Advent means coming or appearance or arrival. And the season of Advent is about the arrival of Jesus at Christmas. Well, it's preparing us for the arrival of Jesus at Christmas by looking at how we prepare for the arrival of Jesus on the last day. And we prepare for the arrival of Jesus on the last day by looking at how people prepared for the arrival of Jesus at his first appearance. So you all know what a prequel is. So the most famous prequel I know of is the Chronicles of Narnia. I could do Star Wars. And if you want to know about who the main character is in the Star Wars series and the three major sections of it, talk to my wife about who the main character is as you watch it in the order that it was released. Yeah, but the Chronicles of Narnia, so it was released, it was written out of chronological order. And I'm a big fan of making sure you read it in the order it was written and not in chronological order because of this. It's kind of like your life. You know who you are, and then you meet Jesus. And Jesus is kind of the prequel to your life. He's the backstory. He tells you who you are and what your identity really is. And you go, oh, I didn't know that about myself. And we discover all these truths about ourselves that we didn't know before we learned our backstory, the prequel, which is Jesus and his story. And then you find out that Jesus has a prequel. Jesus has a backstory, and it's what we call the law and the prophets, what I used to call the Old Testament. That Jesus has this whole backstory that gives us more enlightenment into who Jesus is, and therefore into who we are. And so the Bible is this unified story that points us to Jesus and points us to who we are. And so the season of Advent is this walking backward into the future. This is how we go into the future. We go backward because we're looking back, because it tells us who we are. It tells us who we were, it tells us who we are, and it tells us what we're becoming in Christ Jesus. And so that's why during the season of Advent, we're going to be looking at the Gospel of Matthew, and especially the fulfillment passages, which is why I organized the readings the way that I did, okay? Because we're taking a look at those prophetic passages and how they point us to Jesus. All right, so God bless.